Welcome to Crafted Bricks. My name is Simon. In today's video, we're going to take a look at an upgrade to this Creator Expert Series Beetle vehicle that I have here in front of me. And that upgrade is this custom trailer and Vesper Scooter attachment. The design for this upgrade comes from Custom Bricks. They have published not only instructions that you can purchase and download for this particular upgrade, but they've also designed and published instructions for a number of other upgrades for the Beetle model, for the VW camper van, and for the Mini Cooper models. There's certainly a lot of choice here, and after building the trailer and Vespa scooter attachment, I'm very keen to try another one of their custom upgrades, and I think I'll try something out for the VW camper van. Highly impressed with the instructions, the quality of those instructions, the quality of the design, and the outcome just really looks fantastic and matches the vehicles so well. Now, before I swap over to a close-up view of this particular model so you can check out all the details, there are a couple of things I just want to mention. The thing that impresses me the most about this particular custom model is the scale of the scooter and the trailer match the Beetle so well. It's just on point and absolutely perfect. Another thing that I really like is that the design for the particular scooter and the trailer uses that studs not on top technique with lots of smooth surfaces, and that matches the similar technique or the same technique used for the Beetle model. So in terms of scale and the harmony of the look and the feel of these particular models, they just go so well together, and I'm extremely happy with the outcome, and it's going to look really, really good in my display case. Now, there was unfortunately one minor issue which I've been able to correct with this design. I just wanted to share with you now. There are a couple of parts that are used for this model. So there's only 287 parts from memory for this particular custom model. However, a few of those parts were either discontinued by Lego a while ago or are quite hard to find in a particular color as specified by the design. And that means when you're sort of hunting for those parts on Bricklink, because they're more rare, they do command a higher price. But I was able to just make a few simple substitutions without affecting the overall design or look of the model, using parts that are really sort of easy to find and are not expensive. Now I'm going to list those part substitutions in the description of this video, so if you do decide to take on building this, you have the information you need to make those changes yourself. All right, let's take a closer look at this model right now. What a superb combination. Looking at this again now, it's definitely putting a smile on my face and making me grin from ear to ear. Not only do the colors work well together, but I think all the details just work well. Although this is actually quite a simple model here, it matches the Beetle so well. And I really like it how these accessories of the surfboard and the esky and so on seem to balance this section of the model, which are essentially also accessories to the main Beetle model. Now, the model moves quite freely. I'm just going to go through a few of the features of the trailer and the Vesper scooter now. And it attaches to the underside of the Beetle via a ball joint type arrangement. And what I'll do right now is actually detach the trailer from the Beetle, move the Beetle off camera, and get you a much closer look at this beautiful custom mock. In terms of key features of the trailer, there is a jockey wheel at the front here which allows the trailer to be lifted up off the ground when it's not attached to the Beetle model. And this is actually one area where I made some design changes and swapped out some of the parts, because that was an area where some parts were really hard to find in the original medium stone grey as specified by the designer. In particular, this key piece at the top here was quite rare and expensive to find on Bricklink, but extremely common in black. And that's why I've made the changes here for this jockey wheel to all be in black. I think it actually works quite well as I've got it here. At the front of the trailer here, you have a small box that opens up. So this lid opens up and there's a box for sort of tools or any supplies that would go with the trailer and the Vespa. Now this is another area where I actually made some changes. So I just swapped out the hinge pieces that were used here in the original design with some more commonly available parts. The original parts the designer used have been discontinued for quite a while and getting a little bit hard to find on Bricklink. The trailer itself moves quite freely, as you can see, quite easily. And turning the model around to the back now, You can see that sort of there are brake lights on either side here, particularly like these railing details here. And there are some flat tiles that are used here on the truck bed that have a nice texture and a nice look to them. Now, this little section at the back here actually opens up where you would normally have sort of the number plate at the rear of the trailer. And there is a piece in here that the designers intended to be a ramp that you could actually pull out that would allow then the scooter to be rolled off the trailer. Unfortunately, however, I can't get this ramp out after building the model. It definitely, when I was sort of midway through the build, it was easy to slide in and out. But after completing the model, it's sort of stuck in there. That is unfortunate, but this is a display model, and I think for the most part you would actually sort of just have this lifted up and displayed with it attached to the Beetle itself. Now, in terms of how the scooter is attached to the trailer, it uses these sort of string with stud type pieces. There is one that I've just lifted up over the scooter itself, and there's one at the back here that stops the scooter from rolling off the trailer itself. And if I just lift the scooter up off the trailer, you can see this is actually quite a simple model, but it's a really good looking and quite striking model, particularly with the blue color that's been used. And I think just for that old school scooter look, it looks perfect. There are a few nice details that I like, which are the little kickstands here. Now they're made of minifig hands, and they certainly can be folded up or folded down to allow the scooter to be supported and not to fall over. It does rotate or move. It does sort of stick a little bit. It's not really a play model. It's more of a display model. So that's just something to keep in mind. In terms of on this side as well, I really like the details that are used here for this sort of front fork and little exhaust here. So overall, an extremely good looking model. And for something that doesn't have very many parts, the designer's done an extremely good job at creating something that's beautiful and sort of sits well with those expert and detailed models like the Beetle and the VW camper van and the Mini Cooper. I hope that you've enjoyed watching this video, and perhaps that it's inspired you to go to the Custom Bricks site and try out one of their upgrades to the Creator Expert line of vehicles yourself. I noticed when I was on their site that they have upgrades and mocks for a number of other series or lines of Lego. For example, they've got a whole lot of instructions on upgrades to well-known Technic models. I couldn't help myself. I did go ahead and purchase one of those as well. And when I get the parts for that particular mock and the model, I will build that and share that in a future video. Now, in terms of this particular combo here, I've published detailed photos of this combo on my Flickr page and Instagram, and I'll include links to those in the description of this video below. And if you like what you see for this video, so if you want to see more videos of custom Lego models or upgrades to standard Lego sets that you may own, definitely consider subscribing. I'd really like your support. So until I see you in the next one of those videos, take care for now.